Your keynote was incredible. People are still talking about it, and we have talked about your technique that you use for keynote.
Yep.
But I'm curious about what was the keynote all about, because I missed it.
Yeah, so this is the first time I've ever done a keynote with no demo, no slides, no speaker notes, just a collection of stories. And the whole goal this time was to make people feel something, right? To inspire them from that human connection. So there was no technology to lean on as a crutch. And it's the first time I've ever had to just be me and the audience without this backdrop of either technology or some screen that's glowing at them. So it was definitely a first time for me. And I think a lot of people have seen tastes of that because I always weave a story around all the technology, but we really drilled down into what it was like going from the very first KubeCon, before it was called KubeCon, we called it the Kubernetes Gathering, and we paced ourselves through what it means to be representative in the tech community with very concrete detail, and then also capping it off with like this marathon that we're in, and told the story of there's a marathoner, Eliot Kipchoge, and he did the sub 2-hour marathon, and explaining how he was able to do that, right? Having a group of pace setters coming in and out to help keep the pace, and reminding people that we're just pace setters, and the marathon runner in this case is all of the projects that are represented by these communities. And you don't have to run the whole race. You can come in and out and you're a pace setter. So that was kind of the theme of the keynote. And I think we did a good job of really connecting with people emotionally. And I think people felt something. So I consider it a success.
Why did you choose this format and this story for this event? Anything specific that you?
I've been pushing people to grow for years. When I've introduced Kubernetes, and whether it's Istio or Envoy, all these technologies, it's an attempt to let them grow technically. But there's also some growth that was required for myself. So leaning on my crutches and my props, those are very natural. They're fairly easy, even though they're risky. But taking them all the way gave me an opportunity to grow. So you're in front of 12,000 people, and you're exposing yourself, or you're becoming vulnerable in a way that you've never done before. So I had to push myself to be more descriptive, find better stories, tell better stories, and then stay connected with the audience and not fall back. So people got to watch me grow on stage the same way I've been asking them to grow.
What is the secret where you keep coming up with new, you keep challenging yourself? You can very easily just do a keynote like everybody else does. Why do you do that, and how do you do that? If it's not a secret.
No, there's no secret though. So I won't say the whole song, but there's a rap lyric where it's like, you're only as good as your last hit. So if you're a musician, most people like your first album, right? They identify you to that genre, that style of music. And as an artist, some artists want to be creative. Maybe they like multiple genres. So when an artist that's known for one particular genre, let's say it's hip hop, and they go do a country album, well, all their hip hop fans may say, whoa, what's going on here? Like, I don't like country music, so they may not be able to resonate with it. But at the same time, you have to push yourself in order to grow. So if I do a talk and someone says, yo, that talk was amazing, for me, mentally, I just move the bar one level up and say, hey, I'm not going to keep doing this if I can't periodically raise the bar. So if I watch other keynote speakers, I say, what do I like? And the things that I like, I also want to bring to people because I also want them to like them. So what I try to do is like the things that I like how comedians that can own that stage, make their presence, make people feel a thing and make people think. I want to do that because I enjoy it. So the things that I enjoy, I strive to be able to give to other people. So that allows me to look at my past talks and say, can I make the next one even better? And when I can't do that, then that's when it's time to stop.
Do you still watch your past style? Like, oh my God, that one was...
I can't watch them. Number one, because I remember the moment on the stage, and sometimes the moment on the stage is magical. Like, it's very surreal. If people are laughing, if people tear up, that moment, that's the only way I understand that talk. So if I go watch it on video, it doesn't look so dramatic, right? It's just me and the camera, and doesn't really capture the whole live performance of the audience, the lights, the temperature. So watching it through the camera, it's never the same. So I can't watch them all. Now there's some that I've watched over and it's like, wow, I am pretty good at this thing. I'll watch a talk and I'm laughing the whole way through like, this guy is amazing. And I think I did a talk at Monitorama. And I just kind of put the talk together last minute, bad thing, but it was hilarious. I'm going through this talk, the live demo is perfect. I'm making up stuff on the fly. And there was just like a bunch of comedy, but we still landed this very clean technical message. So when I rewatched the talk, I was like, that was great on camera. that I could actually watch it and appreciate it as a performance.
Which one was? Which
It was Monitorama. I forget what year it was, but it was the first time I've ever given a talk at Monitorama. It was a very simple topic around health checks. And I just walked through live what it's like when you don't have health checks. And I was telling this story about what it means to wake up in the middle of the night and there's no health checks. And I'm debugging live and I'm playing this scenario and the audience is a perfect fit because they've all woken up in the middle of the night when you don't have the right debugging tools in play. So that was just like, it was just a match made. It was perfect.